Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with My Hero Academia Illegals episode number 11 and 12 reaction. Two episode reactions because I missed the previous week reaction. So yes, I'm going to react to both the episodes and then I'm going to talk about both the episodes. And the previous episode, what happened was we got to know a little bit about Knuckle Duster's family. His wife, she is like in some sort of a like something like she's like not really in her whole thing. She's like just muttering, sitting down and muttering about something. Like her mind is not in the correct place. So this happened after apparently the B user, what was her name, Hachika, right? Yeah, Hachika like targeted her or something like that, and that's why it makes sense why Knuckle Duster is trying to track down her as well. Now, there's another thing that was kind of hinted, which was, Knuckle Duster's child, his girl, I think, from the name, as I could understand. So, like, I feel like what's going on is that the reason why Knuckle Duster is trying to track down Hachitsuka is not because of revenge, but something has happened to her, his girl, and Hachitsuka knows what has happened. Maybe she took her or something, and that is why Knuckle Duster is trying to track her down, to get to know where his daughter is. Something like that, I think. Anyways, we don't really have that much information, but we did get a little bit of information in the previous episode. And then the rest of the episode was basically Popstep getting like a new offer, and like Makoto helping us out into securing like a place, and Captain Celebrity is going to go there and turn up. So the whole like little concert that Popstep was going to go to is kind of a big deal now. So Popstar is going to be playing in front of a lot of people. So it's a good deal, and yeah, so that's what's happening. While we have Hachika plotting to do something over there. So yeah, something like that. So let's see what happens. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, episode number 11 reaction. Here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Oh, damn, what's happening? Oh, it's Knuckle Duster. Yep, there he is, Knuckle Duster. Yep, there you go. Hmm. Hmm. Idol, image or representation of an object of worship. Yep. The day of Hmm. Oh, so these are the members? Oh, whoa. Me, you, and you? Okay. Okay, well. Yeah, this is how it begins. Great, great teamwork, guys. Oh my, what the? Why are they? Huh? Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Those two twins were literally saying that they were wearing Mad Hat. What? Hey yo, there's too many people here. Yeah, what is going on here? All right. What in the All right. Yeah. Well, there you go. Costumes. Right. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, she has a fan base as well. Nah, Pop just keeps dancing on street lamps, so she's perfect for this. Okay. Oh no. All right. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Oh, they're doing physical exercise. All right. You need that. You need stamina to dance, you know. Literally. Wow. These guys are just dying while Popstar is just. Oh. Wait, did one of them injure themselves? What? Oh my god, villain! Alright. Oh, Captain Celebrity. What the hell? They're playing his theme song again? Oh. Oh lord. Nerfest? Oh my god. Hello? You shouldn't use the power in broad daylight, I'm pretty sure. Oh, here we go. So one of the twins, right? Should be able to take the stage in a week. Hmm. So now what? Hmm. I don't think that'll. Center. Oh, that's why she yeah, cannot move. But then it'll be. But then if both of them are side by side. Oh, I see. Okay, I guess. Hmm. What? The hair? Oh, she. Alright. Oh, she cut her hair. That's why. It makes sense. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Oh god. He always says like what. Same with. He did the same thing with Pop Step as well. Oh my god. What the hell? What? Oh, it's. Is that. Is this some kind of reference? Probably. Maybe some singers. Surely there's some reference. Wait! Present mic! Damn, how did they get their hands on him? I guess Makoto probably pulled some strings. Feather hats. Oh my god. Yeah, present mic is here, which is a big. Wait, that's her? The glasses girl? Oh no, Koichi! Stop! Koichi! I knew it. Wait, is that midnight? Oh my god. They got midnight as Makoto. Good evening, midnight. Yamada. Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, All Might won't come. Right. There is. Donations. This place is very quiet. I think you're gonna get your wish. Ah, there it is. It's like, thank God. Oh, this we saw. It, this is that kid, right? If you remember, the one who is a big fan of pop, the one who knew Hatsuka, that kid. It's him. I'm pretty sure because of the slimy thing. It's not working. Oh my God. So it's like, yeah, he's slimy. That's why. It's not working. It's slippery. He's going for the venue because he's Popstep's fan. Yep. Yeah, it's him. It's that kid. Oh my God, what is going on? Electric eel. All right. Oh no. Oh my god. Yep, it's him. I feel like Knuckle Duster is gonna come in because he was tracking her. Oh my god, all for one. Ah, there he is. Damn. Damn, he's ready with his. Wait, what? Wait, she's his daughter? Wait, what? Oh, someone's controlling her? Oh, so that's what's happening. Right. Oh! What? Well, he's ready to punch her. I'd rather not hit you with the stun gun? Yeah. Damn. Oh my god. Wait, does he have like pesticide or something? Oh no, never mind. I thought he had like a spray or something. Oh my god, what the? Bomb B. That's crazy. I I don't think that's gonna stop him. This guy's crazy. You see, he falls from the building and wait, what? Oh, okay. I see. Ah. God damn. Whoa. I wasn't expecting her to be his daughter. I thought his daughter was like kidnapped by Hasuka or something. And I guess it makes sense because as he said, someone's controlling her. So I'm guessing the oh, and it makes sense. Because the picture that we saw, when he like what was her name, Tamao, right? Like the high school picture we saw, her eye was fine, and then now that we see her eye is like has this quirk, so I thought she awakened her quirk or something. No, so I'm guessing whatever is controlling her is the quirk or has the quirk, and that's why right, and that would explain why in the picture that we saw She looks like a normal person with no quirk, but then, you know, this. Oh. Okay. Alright, that was episode number 11, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll react to episode 12 and then I'll talk about both the episodes at the end. Okay, episode number 12. Let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference and let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, there's a glow stick. Well, things are, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Goodbye to dad. Oh. No? No? Oh my. This is making him. Oh. I guess makes sense. They're pro heroes. They cannot really. Maybe Koichi, you know. Oh. Crueler! The crueler! Oh my god, you just. Oh yeah, that'll help. Hmm. Okay. Well, she usually does stuff solo, so she can. All right. Oh, right. Oh, all for is calling her. Oh no, never mind. God damn. Why is I've been seeing this. She's always keeping her hands in her pockets. Oh, the whole family will. Damn. Yeah. All right. Emotional toilet. Okay. Glow sticks. Okay. She's talking a lot about bathroom break. Okay. She's singing about Koichi. Like her incident as a. No. That's fine. Ah, come on. That's good singing. Oh, because. Oh god, here we go. This freaking bee again. Is this pumping him more? Oh god. Oh, it's extracting it to help her with the. Damn. Oh, she's injecting herself with it. Okay. Oh. But I'm sure she should know. Oh, her original person. Oh no, this is not working because her original personality also has a little bit of misunderstanding with her dad. So this is where. So this was the previous host. Oh my god, the elect. Whoa! Oh, that's the electric eel. Yeah, because that's what she was extracting. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, this freaking guy. You remember him from My Hero Academia? Poison gas. Oh right. Wait, does he have something? He has something else up his sleeve. So I think he ordered something that will not let his heart stop, something like that maybe. Hmm. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, there she is. Ah! Like I said, he has something up his sleeve. That's what he asked for. Wait, what? I couldn't see. What did he? Oh, she's using her other hand. The other one is fried. Right. Oh! Damn. Oh boy. Yeah, she's actually using explosives. As she said, she doesn't care. Okay. Ugh. Oh! Yeah. Oh. They're trying to run. But what about her? Tamao. Oh, that's what. And then there's the explosive. What about her? Yeah, so that's how he's going to bring her back. He did the same to himself as well. I want to switch between gear. What the? The song. Good part. Hmm. Surprisingly good. Oh, there he is. Instant villain. Yeah. Yeah, the bee. Oh my. Okay, this guy. Who is this guy? We saw him before as well. Oh my god. So fantastic. Okay, so I remember this guy. I saw him, I think, in that very first episode. And then they never show him at all, I think. And then we were seeing Hachisuka. Now Hachisuka is dealt with. So now this guy's back again and got the records. Those records that they're collecting. And I guess obviously, Hachisuka's of no use now to All for One. So this B will probably serve as the record that they collected, and All for One is going to use that to do something else. I'm guessing now. I don't know. I don't understand one thing. How did Knuckle Duster like I can understand he used the thing to restart his heart again, but he was knocked unconscious, right? How did he use his hand to in the first place? Like unless someone else is applying it on him, how did he maybe he had a very little amount of strength left and he used that to restart his heart, maybe something like that. I don't know. Okay, and there you go. That was episode number 12 of Vigilante My Hero Academia Illegals. Now I'm going to talk about both the episodes. So let's talk about episode 11 first. Episode 11 kind of, I guess you could say, it kind of laid the foundation of what's going to happen in 12. So basically, episode 12 was like a preparatory episode. We get to see Pop meeting all the other members. We have these two twins who were kind of talking smack about her, but eventually, they kind of, became friends. Then we also had these the dance group, then the guitar group. The girl from the dance group started liking the guy from the guitar group, and vice versa, and that whole thing. We have Captain Celebrity helping us out. Um, we also have on the day of the concert, Present might come in, Midnight come in. So it's crazy, Makoto really pulled some strings because Present Mike and Midnight are one of the top heroes. The fact that they were able to bring them here is pretty damn good. I guess they tried to bring everyone because they were kind of showing how they even wanted All Might here as well. All Might, Endeavor couldn't be bothered. Endeavor is probably busy trying to with his whole, like thing, acting like a great father. He was probably busy doing that. Right. Yeah. So what else? The other heroes were also probably, like you see, Ingenium couldn't come. Uh, Aizawa would have come, but he was like, I just cannot be bothered. If some villain comes in now, I'll get an excuse. Um, which he really got. That did happen by the end of it. But Berens and Mike and Midnight was able to come. And yeah, and while all of this is going on, we have Knuckle Luster tracking down Hachizuka. Now, this is the part which surprised me. Like, I was under the impression that Hachizuka is someone who kidnapped Tamao. Because, how, what's his name? Knuckle Duster was talking about it. His wife was continuously saying Tamao's name. And he said something like, oh, leave your daughter to me. I'll take care of her. All of those things, I thought that all of those meant that, oh, Hachizuka kidnapped her, or something like that, or maybe some other villain kidnapped her, and that's why he's trying to track down Hachizuka so that he can get to know where his daughter is. Turns out, Hachizuka is his daughter, or technically not, like, that's not what it is. Her name is Tamao. Hachizuka is a different name. I'm guessing when the whatever being took control of her, that being took the name Hachizuka. So yeah, so that's what happened. Right. So it turns out that someone else is like controlling her daughter. So obviously her daughter is not in his daughter is not in control. So it's not his daughter who's attacking him or anything. It's the B user. Right. So yeah, that is what was going on, and everything makes sense. That is why he was tracking her down. Number one. Number two. That is why in the flashback we see Hachizuka in front of Knuckle Duster and his wife. Like with the bees all around her. Makes sense. She was literally inside the house. So that makes more sense now. Why she was, because she's literally their daughter. That's why she was inside the house. What else? A few other things kind of made sense because of that. I feel like, like because of this. Oh, the reason why her picture, like her picture has like Tamao's, like how she looks is completely different, and how in the picture of her school, she has both her eyes. So the being that took control of her, the B user, was like that's why the one of her eyes went out, I guess, because of the because of that B user. And I thought that she awakened her quirk or something. When she was in high school, she didn't have her quirk. I thought she awakened it or something like that, I thought. But I guess not. It was someone else's power. I don't even know if Tamao had a quirk or not. I have no idea. Because technically most people in this world has quirks nowadays. It was very rare amount of people that do not have any quirk. Which was one of them was Deku, as we know. But so who knows? Maybe Tamao does have a quirk. We just don't know it. But yeah, that's what's happening. Another thing we got, which makes more sense now, is that how does Knuckle Duster have her picture with him? I thought he had her picture with him because he was researching on her so that he could track her down and get to his daughter. But turns out that was literally his daughter, so it makes sense why he has her picture. So all these like things like make more sense now. Right now, anyways, so that's what's happening, and you can see that is the reason why Knuckle Duster did all of this. Like he to track down his daughter. He did his training. He learned martial arts. I don't know if he knew martial arts from before or if he learned it afterwards, and he started doing his vigilantism. All these things, it's to save his daughter, and that is, like that's what's happening. And yeah, and it worked. In the next episode, as we can see, he was actually able to save her. I genuinely wasn't thinking that he would be able to save her. I thought this was going to get dragged to the next season or something. Oh, he actually did it. That's crazy. Now, other things in this episode, episode number 11, is a few other things to talk about, other than Hachizuka and Knuckle Duster, is number one, like that we have the twins, they injure themselves. So that is why Pop Step was like, oh, like I will be jumping around, keep the girl who's injured in the middle so that she doesn't have to move that much, and we can just like adjust. I don't need to be like the focus. It's fine. So that kind of made the two girls respect her more. And then we also had what else? Pop Step practicing, in Koichi's place, with how to sing properly, because everyone says she cannot sing. So she's like, God damn it, I need to sing properly. So she was like practicing her singing skills. Yeah. So there you go. So those were the stuff that we saw. Oh, Captain Celebrity is also helping out. So obviously, he's literally in Makoto's care, I guess. Captain Celebrity. So whatever Makoto is telling him, he has to do it. Right. So yeah, there you go. So all those things are happening, and that's what happened in episode 11. Now let me move on to episode 12. Episode 12 showed us like Knuckle Duster and Hachisuka, and how he was able to subdue her and get his daughter back. So a few things like to talk about here. First and foremost, I have to say Knuckle Duster is definitely one of the most impressive characters I've met in, not only in My Hero Academia, I feel like in a lot of other shows, because this guy, without any quirk, was able to go head to head with someone who has a quirk. And not only that, it's his daughter, and he was like, he went through like to such a degree to save her. Like, can you even imagine the sheer like thought of like, I have to stop my daughter's heart to drive out the villain that is inside of her and then bring her heart back to life. The sheer thought of that in itself is so scary to anyone, let alone a father. You're literally killing your daughter and bringing her back to life, basically, kind of stopping her heart. The fact that you have to, like, like the amount of like fear and the amount of like dilemma that you have to go through to come to such a decision and actually doing it with your own hands is crazy. I'm not just talking about her, the fact that he's quirkless and all that. Those are obviously there. But the fact that as a parent, he had the, like, he had the power, he had the emotional, I guess you could say, power to stop her daughter's heart and, to drive out the B user and then bring her back to life in itself. That thought, that the amount of, I don't know, mental strength you need to have to carry that out is crazy. And that's literally his daughter. The fact that you're doing that, any misstep, she's dead. The fact that he was able to, that means, like, you can see how much, like, how much to the edge he was pushed to. So because, and that's why he had to come to such a decision to take such a risk. Like, yeah. And not only that, he was ready to, like, his own heart, he was ready for it to stop, and he was, like, he had to like bring it back up, as you can see. And obviously, like, the other stuff as well, like the fact that he's quirkless without having any quirk, the fact that he can fight someone with a quirk and still, like, like go on top, all these things, I have to say he's definitely one of the most interesting characters I've met in, in comparing it to a lot of animes as well. Like My Hero Academia, there's always there's a lot of, like, characters, but I don't think I've ever said something this, like this to any characters, even in the main story. There's a lot of good characters in My Hero Academia, and there's a lot of characters that I like as well. But I don't think I've ever said something like this for any character in My Hero Academia. But this show, Vigilante, I'm very impressed by him. Like, this guy's, he, like, obviously the fact that, not only that, the fact that he realized that what he did was wrong with his daughter, obviously, and he was ready to make amends and he realized like I was at fault. The fact that I just didn't listen to her at all made her run away from home at that day, and that's why she got caught up in that. So he is blaming himself, you know. And this, like, it's really, I don't know, like, this is like impressive. This is like really impressive. It's like one of those stories where someone, like a person in a family, like, goes through, like, so much to save someone. I'm pretty sure there's other stories like this where, you know like, be it the father or the mother, like, go through like some crazy stuff because in the process of saving like their child or something like that. Like, there's a lot of stories like this is one of that. I feel like, like, he has his, like, own wife who's like bedridden in a hospital. His daughter has been taken over by this, like, this bee user, and he's all alone, and he has to, like, get, you know strong enough, powerful enough to stop her. So I'm sure this has been going on for quite a while. Like, you can see he, like, trains and everything. He takes, as you said, like, he takes, like, drugs as well, probably to enhance his capabilities. Maybe that guy, that guy that we saw, he's also there in My Hero Academia, who provides him with the stuff. So yeah, and that's why. And the fact that going all of that, like, going through all of that to save her daughter, and yeah, it's just, this is impressive. I really, this guy's really impressive. I've never said anything like this for any character in My Hero Academia, because, at the end of the day, to be honest, My Hero Academia is like a basic shonen show. Like, it's entertaining, it's good, but I have not met any character in My Hero Academia who is worthy of being like, my god, this guy is amazing. you know but this is the first time a character from My Hero Academia, not technically My Hero Academia, this is a spin-off, still it is part of My Hero Academia. The fact that there's someone from My Hero Academia, like a character, that I'm really impressed with, and this is him. And how many episodes have you seen him? 12 episodes. you know and like I said, let alone that, he doesn't have any quirk. Can you imagine? He goes swinging from building to building with that hook thing. Like, anytime he can fall to his death. Like, and he has no quirk. He fights with his punches, and he's just, this guy is crazy. Absolutely insane. Like, you can applaud, like, heroes like All Might, Deku, and all that, all well and good, but this guy is one of the real deals. Like, he, even though he doesn't have any quirk or anything, he is a, I guess you could say, like a hero in a sense, like a true hero in that essence. Like, what can I say? Really, really good. I'm really impressed. Anyways, and especially after today's episode, because you saw how, like, he actually fought a villain, and he won without any quirk. Can you imagine that? That is insane. Oh god. But yeah, that was good. Okay, and I do hope his daughter is okay, because in the end we saw, like, he was trying to bring her heart back pumping, but they just cut off that part and didn't show anything. I do hope he's successful and he is able to bring her daughter back to life, because if not, that'll be very sad to the whole thing. I'm just a little bit bothered by that scene, because they didn't really show us what happened after that. They just cut that scene off from there. They didn't show us that, oh, like, her daughter woke up or something. None of that. It just showed him, like, trying to bring her back alive, and it's just, the scene just cut off over there. So I am a bit concerned about that. I do hope everything goes well and he's able to bring her back. Otherwise, it'll be just sad. Right. Okay, so yeah, that's Knuckle Duster. I talked about, obviously, this episode was mainly about Knuckle Duster, and his familial situation, because, like I said, we saw Hachisuka, or not Hachisuka, her name is Tama. No, what was her name? Tamao? No. Wait, I just forgot his name. Her name. What? It was Tamao, right? I think so. Yeah, it was somehow. How she, like, what type of relationship she had with her father. Like, Knuckle Duster was like, "Oh, why are you doing this music? Focus on, typical, you know, typical situation in a household. A lot of household has this whole thing about, like, children wanting to follow their dreams and their parents being like, "No, you shouldn't do that. That doesn't have any future prospect. You should do this and this only." And the child is like, "No, I want to do this is my passion." And the parents are like, "No, you shouldn't." Yeah, very common thing, happens in a lot of households. Yeah, that was basically that type of situation here. And her daughter was more of the rebellious type, you could say. She, like, because there's a lot of children who actually listens to them, even though they just kill their own feelings and just do. There are a lot of people like that. But then there's a few other children who are more expressive. They're like, "No, I don't want to listen to you. I want to follow my own dreams." And they just, like, run away from the house or do some drastic things. She was one of them, and she didn't listen. She ran out of the house, and taking advantage of that, the B user took control of her, and all of this happened. And now, realizing everything and realizing his mistakes, Knuckle Duster was like, "I'm sorry, I should have, like, face to face talked to you, tried to understand you. I never did that." It's very interesting because this is like this is really reminding me of Endeavor's story in a way, even though Endeavor was an absolute, the previous Endeavor was an absolute horrible human being. I feel like it's a very, like, wrong thing to even compare Endeavor to Knuckle Duster, because even if Knuckle Duster was someone who went against her daughter's wishes, I don't think he was as, crazy as Endeavor. You know, so yeah, so I think it's very wrong to even compare these two. But still, like, the situation, like, father son, father daughter, like, like, clash, that kind of thing is similar here. But yeah, this is the person who himself understood what he did wrong, and he wants to make amends now. But anyways, yeah, that's what happened, and that is how all these escalated like this. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, the fact that how he had his whole plan ready. So basically, he asked for that thing. What did he call it? The thing that brings the electric pulse. That, if you put it in your heart, it'll get pumping again. That thing. He asked for that because he knew there's a possibility he might, like, he might have to use it on himself or his daughter. And I don't understand one thing. How the hell did he pump that thing into him? Like, how did he bring his own heart? He was unconscious. He was knocked out, right? You can see here. So, yeah, this part, you can see that he asked for something, and yeah, he has his hands on the thing, and it kind of moves like this. So, how? So what was that? Like, was that like his last amount of strength that he had, that he used it to start his heart back up? Maybe something like that. Um, but yeah, so he did that. His whole plan, his plan was actually flawless. He did that, and he then used that to stop Hachisuka's heart, so that, Hachisuka, the queen bee, gets away from her. And as soon as that happened, he used the insecticide, like, the pheromone thing, to attract all the bees at the same place, and use that incendiary grenade thing to light the whole place up, to take out each and every one of them, and the queen bee as well. And then he uses the stun thing to try to bring his daughter's heart pumping again, because he knew that he had to stop his daughter's heart once to make sure that the B user gets away from her. Otherwise, it never would have left. So he knew he had to do it, and right, and that's why he was ready. But the thing is, the problem here is that one of the bees survived, I guess, one or two. In the end, you see that guy collected it as a collection, and the record he's probably going to use and give it to All For One, and All For One's probably going to use that for something, I don't know what, but yeah. But yeah, that was impressive, that whole section. Alright, that was my, like, what I wanted to talk about Tamao and Knuckle Duster. Let's talk about the other characters in this episode. Pop Step, and the other heroes and everything. Pop Step was able to, because she's pretty used to singing solo and everything. She was able to calm everyone down using that mic, and she also starts singing. She does a good job singing. And then when the generator comes back up, like I love how Makoto was like, Captain Celebrity comes in, and Captain Celebrity is like, "Oh, will this be cancelled?" Makoto's like, "Oh, good thing you're here. Yeah, can you please bring the generator?" Just making him do manual labor, and he has to do it because you know what happened. That's why. Right. And yeah. Anyways, then they did. Pop Step and all the others did the concert. Yeah, it was that worked out by the end of it. And yeah, the concert was a success. Hopefully, Knuckle Dust was able to bring her daughter back to life. Her heart stopped, so um, hopefully he was able to bring her back to life. I don't know. Like I said, it'll be very sad and very, I don't know, dark, I guess, if in the end we get to know that she didn't survive that. Um, but yeah, and what else? And then in the end we get to see the whole that guy who we saw in episode 1, I think, get the bee and get away from there. And there you go. That was my reaction to episode 11 and 12. A really good 2 episodes. I absolutely loved it. And yeah, like Knuckle Duster is really, really amazing. And yeah, so that is it. Thank you for watching. This was episode 11 and 12 reaction. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with the final episode of this part of this season. I think the next part has already been announced. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week with the final episode of this part. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.